To be fair, it's kind of big because it's a house rent, really. Does he have the same one? No. Yeah. It's just so nice. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Hi everyone who is here. If you can hear me, let me know. Signify, let me know if you can hear me, please. This is my first time and I thought I would come in early. Please let me know. Um, um, oh, great. Thanks, Unicorn Slimy. You are always there. Um, should I? I'm a bit nervous, but I shouldn't be. Anyways, well, my name is Wemimo. For those of you who are new and for those who are already subscribed, use all are the real MVPs. Yes, I'm also known as that mom of five. So while you are here, please invite your friends. Invite your friends. There's a lot to discuss this evening. I'm not sure about the quality of this because I mean YouTube would maybe because I'm a small YouTuber, YouTube has only allowed me go on live on a laptop and not on a mobile device. So I am not so sure about the quality of the video or how it looks, but I've tried to make sure I've got enough light here. Maybe by the time I watch the playback, it will be nice. So yeah, testing, testing. Let's keep chilling till others join us. I know I said 5 o'clock, but you know what? Let's just get on with it. We are here. So, guys, invite your friends. And I thought I should just talk about what my channel is all about. Maybe a little bit more info about myself, right? Like I said, my name is Webimo, and I'm a mom of 5 kids. I reside in Scotland, precisely Glasgow, in the city of Glasgow. It's a beautiful city, and I'm sure you've heard of Glasgow from maybe from afar or from the news or from somewhere. But one thing Glasgow is known for is that Glasgow invests in its people and people does make Glasgow. So that is what we Glaswegians are known for. So yeah, I've been in Scotland for a very long time now. Thank you and welcome, Nilo. Right, I think I'm new here. You guys should let me know what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you're in here, I think I should tell you to give me a like. Yeah, give the host a like and leave a message so I can shout you out so I can know you are here. So, like I said, I'm a Nigerian Glaswegian, I'm blabbing out, Nigerian based in Glasgow. And like I said, Glasgow is a beautiful city. It's one of those places you can come on a holiday or on a short trip. If you live in England, I mean, Scotland is one of the few places you should try and come for a visit. So, like I said, a little intro about myself, which was what I was saying earlier on. I'm a mom of 5 beautiful kids. I've got 3 girls and 2 boys. And I mean, if you see my grown up girls now, they're almost the same height as I am. And every time I look at them, I'm so filled with lots of joy. And then it's funny when they start beside me, they're like, oh, mommy, I'm as tall as you are now. And one of them will say, my 16-year-old will say, oh, mommy, I'm taller than you now. And funniest thing is this, I wear a shoe, a size 9 UK size 43 shoes. She also wears the same size as I do. So in a few time, I mean, in a couple of months now, she'll be wearing the same shoe that I wear. Like I'll have to start hiding my clothes, my shoes from her. Thank you, Nello's Real TV. It's actually really hard keeping up. Yeah, I mean, we all want to try and look younger. We all want to try and look younger. It's really, really not easy at all. I must confess. Like, if any of you there are in the stage of having kids, please don't have 5. I have to be honest with you. Do not have 5 kids. Yeah, when they are babies, babies do grow. When they are babies, they are lovely, they are adorable. But the older they become, the more expensive they are. Yes, hear it firsthand from me. I won't lie. Like, I have to be real and honest with you. Yes. When kids grow older, they become very expensive. See, when they were quite young, you can easily go into Next or go into Primark and buy them clothes or buy them shoes. But now they tell you, Mommy, I want that Nike trainers. They will tell you what website to go and get the product from or the trainers from. They will tell you how much it costs from the website. So that's what my kids do. Hi, Chelsea. Welcome onto my live. I really appreciate you. Please give me a thumbs up if you have not. And please, if any of you has a wide family out there, a wide community, if you already had that button, please let your friends know I am here. Let them come and meet this lovely, jovial mom of five. Yeah, so like I was saying, when the kids are young, you can easily go into Primark, go into Next and buy them like something. But nowadays, now my oldest is 16, my second is 15, and the third one, a boy, is 14. Especially the girls, if they want something, they will tell me, Mommy, I want this shoe. And they don't, you can't, I bought my oldest a shoe from, a trainers from Next. She told me she doesn't want it. She told me she wants this Nike 270 hair, whatever they call it, trainers. And she told me what website to get it from. And she actually told me how much it costs so that I can prepare myself. Yeah, so the older the kids become, the more expensive they are. My oldest, like I said, she's 16. She's starting to wear makeup as well. She's starting to wear makeup as well. Nelly, do you really want to know my age? Maybe we'll talk after. Maybe we'll talk after. I'm happy to tell you after the show. Yeah, why not? I'm happy to tell you after the show. So yeah, I'll tell you, don't worry. To be honest, I'm still quite young. Like I said, my oldest is 16. So I'm halfway past her age times two. That's a hint of how old I am, if you know that. Yeah. Well, we all want to be young in all aspects, like especially the physical features. You want to maintain your physique, your look. You want to be on trend with your kids. Like you don't want to be a mom that is lagging behind. Like you want to be on trend, like you know what your kids are doing. So I've been trying to do that. Like I said, nowadays I hardly wear makeup. But when I see my daughter wears makeup, and now when she's going to school, she wears makeup, and she now has she wears this hoop earring. And I'm like, are you allowed to wear hoop earrings to school? She was like, yeah, Mommy, we're allowed. She actually ordered herself a bunch from Amazon. And I saw her one morning when she was going to school, and I was like, is that my daughter? Like, I was looking at her, and I'm like, is that my daughter? The second, she's 15, she's not really into makeup, but when it comes to wearing nice things, nice clothes, nice shoes, she's the one. Like she wants to smell nice. She wants to wear on trend shoes. She wants to wear on trend clothing. She loves jewelry as well because I've seen her wearing all these rings, like all these they pile up these rings. She's been into that of recent, so I think they have different character. So guys, like I said, welcome. I'm just waiting till it's 5 o'clock before we start discussing the topic on hand. And I think the topic on hand is someone should remind me why we should never stop attaining knowledge, like why we should not stop learning. That's practically in a simple way. I know I've only been maybe 6 or 7 weeks on the platform, on YouTube platform, and I've learned quite a lot. And not even that alone. In whatever aspect that we find ourselves, we should never stop gaining knowledge, no matter how small what that knowledge is, no matter how small what it is you're going to learn. We should never shy away from it. We should never ever shy away from it. If I tell you that, back home in Nigeria, before I left Nigeria, I had SSCE, had a diploma. I was going to study law, which I did not do. But then my desire was to kind of like go to uni, get a degree. In fact, mass communication was what I was actually going to do before. But obviously, man proposes, God disposes. So I was like, I don't really think I want to do mass communication anymore. So I decided to switch into law. So I was like, the easiest way to switch into law is by going through a diploma course. So then I registered to this diploma course at the Lagos State University, LASU. So as man, God would have it for me. I met the man, I met the girl at the top. I met my husband along the way, and then things changed for me, and then I found myself here in UK in Glasgow. So when I came back, I totally went far away from what I intended want to be. Like obviously, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to study law. Then I switched and I went to study information technology. So you can imagine me wanting to become a lawyer, and then things changed. And to be honest with you, when I came back here, everything I started at fresh. Like I started as if I was starting secondary school again. Here they call it college. So I practically started at fresh. So, in my zeal to learn, in my zeal to make sure my knowledge keeps expanding, it's quite hard because even while I was doing all of these things, I was having babies. Yes, I was rearing kids at the same time. So I remember when I started college. Then I think I've just had my son, my first son. I've just had him, and come and see me crying when college started a new session, and I was going to go drop him at nursery. He was 6 months old when I dropped him off at nursery for the first time ever. I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out. But then I knew what I wanted, and I know my son is in good hands if I drop him off. So I never doubt that anything was going to go wrong with my son. So for the fact that I was able to get that opportunity childcare being provided for me, and all I need to do is just in class, attend lectures and stuff like that. So I started as a mature student. So I went back to college, started everything from the scratch. I'm sharing these stories just to encourage anybody out there who thinks learning or education, or it might not even be education at all, it might be any skills. So I want to share this story to encourage whoever is still out there, or any of us out there who is considering doing something, but you're not sure if you really want to do it, or you're not sure if you're capable of doing it. But I want to tell you, the sky, in fact, the sky is not even your limit. You're way more, your limit is way over the sky. That's how that's how I see things. So yeah, I went back to college. I started as a mature adult returner. So I started from an NC called like the lowest level of course you can ever start at college. I started from there. So I did information technology. I think I did NC to computing. Then that was a year course. Then I went to access to computing. That was another year course. So that's 2 years already at college. After access to computing, I went on to was it HNC information technology. So that was me progressing through each stage because I felt, information technology, the world is evolving, technology is evolving. And then we're into all the software partitioning, programming, software development, Oracle, programming, IT related databases. I love how relational database works. Like if I had a chance in the future, I still want to work in an office dealing with databases because I enjoy studying databases. I love relational databases. So if you're new here and I've not noticed you, welcome, welcome. Leave me a like, introduce your friends, ask your friends to come join us here because we're going to have lots of fun. So give me a like as well. Hello, comfort zone. I really appreciate the fact that you are here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just sharing stories of how we can gain more knowledge in whatever it is we want to do. It might be studies, it might be skills. So I'm just sharing my stories on how I started till I get here. So I'm just going to run through that story and then we'll proceed. And if anybody has anything here, I'll be reading the comments and I'll be giving you a shout out to let you know that I've seen your comments. So like I was saying, so I started from NC as a mature student, adult returner. I went on to NC information technology, access to information technology. Then I proceeded to HNC information technology. And the information technology is approximate to an OND in Nigeria in a polytechnic. So I was able to get that. And when I got that HND, I think I was pregnant with my fourth son. With my fourth child, my second son. I think I was pregnant with him. I can't remember, but I was pregnant with him. So I was hoping to go to uni, but when I found out I was pregnant with him, I decided to stay back. So I enjoyed that time. And then I think when he was a year old, I applied to go to uni to study information technology. So I attended University of the West of Scotland. That university is I love everything about that university. They have a campus in London and in Scotland. I think they have about 3 or 4 campuses in Scotland. They've got one in Paisley, they've got one in Ayr, they've got one in Lanarkshire, and I think I can't remember where the 4th one is, but the University of the West of Scotland is the best. Like the lecturers, they were always on hand. So I went to uni. And then when I went to uni, so I was able to progress into third year at university. So I was, hi, First Family. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your love always. Don't forget to give your sister a like as well. So I remember I went straight into third year. So the course information technology BSc is a 4-year course, but because I already had an HND from college, I had the opportunity of going straight into getting a direct entry straight into third year at uni to study that course. So I went into that course third year. I will say to you that I did struggle because there were some things that uni at that level they were advanced, but while at college we were still being patted on the back like we are being treated like babies, like they don't throw all the work at you like that. But uni thought yeah, everything in your face booms. Go and study. Nobody's going to feed you. Like practically in college, we're being spoon fed, but at uni, they gave you the whole pot. Like go and deal with it. So, but I quite like the fact that all of the lecturers, if there's anything you were struggling with, their door is always opened. They were there. And funniest thing was this: when I started my third year at uni, I was pregnant with my last child, my daughter. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I think I was about was it? I think I was about 8 months because I had her in December. So the session started in August. So August, September, October, November. So I was about 6 months pregnant with her when I started uni in 2011. So I think that was my final year. Yeah, so that was my final year at uni. So I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter, my last child. And you see me, lecture starts 9 o'clock in the morning. It was hard. Like, where I live is about maybe about 10 miles away from uni. So I'll have to take a bus halfway, then jump on a train, which is the fastest route. So if you have to take the bus to like uni is a long journey, you'll be an hour and a half on the road. So yeah, so I was pregnant with my daughter when I was in my fourth year, and I had my daughter in December of 2011, 3 days before Christmas, and I was writing exams. 5th of January, I took my daughter to exam hall. Yeah, because I cannot afford to leave her at home now. She was like practically 3 weeks old, and no childcare was going to take a baby that young. At that time, they were like, she has to be 6 weeks old before they could take her. And I was like, okay, I need to go to uni, but I've got exams and stuff like that. So I took my daughter into exam hall, and the lecturers were very, very helpful. They were like, no, we don't, as much as we don't want your daughter to catch any jams, but you have to sit your exam. So if babies, they just slept through. So yeah, I was able to scale through that course, information technology, and I graduated with a second class lower. And I'm proud of myself. So I'm going to give myself. I was studying that course. I was moving home, child who is sick in hospital. I had a newborn baby, and everything was just all over the place. So for me to graduate and not have to drop out, it was a huge achievement for me. So second class lower, I'm so glad I did that. So that was the first. So this is just like say to you that no matter how old you are, you might be maybe you've just finished having babies and you think you don't know what to do with yourself. Never stop acquiring knowledge at all. Knowledge could be learning how to sew. Say during the lockdown, I learned that was when I started my YouTube channel. I don't know anything, even though I've been asked to join, like open a forum 3 years ago. But I thought I don't know how YouTube work. It's a lot of things, and for me, my attention span is non-existent. It's like that. That's how tiny my attention span is. So if I'm really not interested in something, I won't do it. But then I was like, during the pandemic, mental health, you start talking to yourself when you don't have anything to do. So I took the plunge and I went and here I am. So during the lockdown, if I tell you that I've never edited a video before, and I'm sure First Family can attest to that. When I was asking her that, how do I do this? Like the storage of my phone is blinking. How do I save that? She was one of the people that I ran to, like, oh, my sister, how is it now? Anytime I'm recording video on my phone, it's blinking, there's not enough space. And she was good enough to point me in that direction, how to go about it. So she actually was one of the person who actually helped me, like motivate me more to consume, because I had nobody to talk to about how YouTube works or how to edit a video and stuff like that. So it was during the lockdown I learned how to edit a video. There were lots of webinars going on online, and when we're all at home doing nothing, so you had no choice but to get onto all those live stream and webinars. So I was able to learn how to edit a video to the extent that I now purchase an editing software because I'm confident in myself that I've actually learned that. During the lockdown, I once bought this mini sewing machine. I bought that sewing machine 3 years ago and I've never opened the box. And I've moved house 2 times and I never attempted to open the box of that. It was like a newbie, like a beginner sewing machine. I never attempted to open that box because I was like, I just bought it. But during the lockdown, when boredom, and you sit down in your corner in your room and you think you can read, you can see something crawling on the wall, when in actual sense, there is nothing working on the wall. That was what happened to me. So I went into my storage and I brought out this box of sewing machine. I learned how to sew, though not like so practically. Like I'm not really a good tailor, but I could work the machine. I could work the sewing machine. So now I'm thinking of investing in a better sewing machine because it's been helpful. See that tiny little machine? My son had a hole in his school trousers. I was able to use that sewing machine to do that. Before the lockdown, I didn't know how to do anything like that. And I remember when I was young back home then, my mom was like, oh, since you've just finished secondary school now, go and learn how to like fashion design. And I was like, me, fashion designing, God forbid. If I had knew then, I would have gone to learn fashion designing. I would have gone to fashion designing school to learn how to cut and sew. And who knows today, I might be a fashion designer. But one thing I did learn was that I learned to make hair back home in Nigeria, and who has a salon. So I will go to a place and I'll see, I'll watch her do stuff. So even though I was not perfect in doing it, but obviously you can't have girls as your children and you don't know how to make hair. Hairdressers will chop your money. Hairdressers will eat your money. You'll practically be spending your money at the hairdressers. So that alone, I can be on my head now. I've actually done this as a treat. I went to an hairdresser who made this for me. She's a very lovely hairdresser here in Glasgow. So her name is, I think, Glow Shine Hairdressing. She's somewhere here in Glasgow. I'll be leaving her name somewhere if you want to. If you're in Scotland or in Glasgow and you want to patronize her, she's very, very good. So I can brave just in the prospect of acquiring knowledge. I make wigs. Yes, I make wigs. I have a hair business as well, hair extension business. Just to let you know that, you know what, when you aim for something, it might take a long while, but you will definitely get it. Hello, Blessing. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Please give me a thumbs up and invite your friends so they can join us to hear awesome stories here. So I can make wigs. Like I've never had to buy a wig for myself. I've always buy hair extensions and I sew my wig myself. And I have a page on Instagram that says Dupsy Hair Extensions. Like all the wigs I've made, I just showcase them there. I do custom wig units. So this is like, it's not maybe I'm marketing myself here, but just because these are the things I learned that I never thought I will be able to do. In as well, it's kind of like tallies together with not underestimating yourself as well. So if you see something and you say, oh, you're interested in that thing, but you're not sure, you're saying to yourself, well, I'm not sure if I'll be good in this. Don't underestimate yourself. Go for it. Yeah, you might be a slow learner. It might take you a while, but at the end of the day, you will get there. It's not about starting the race. It's about finishing it. So if you start on a certain course and you're like, oh, you're not getting anything, you're not there yet. As for me, I'm a slow learner. I won't lie. I'm a slow learner. That thing, I might be watching, which is why YouTube is a very, very great platform as well. I'll be watching. I might watch that thing 1,000 times. At the end of the day, when I set to do it, I'm happy with my outcome. So the beginning, it does not really matter if you start, but it is what you achieve at the end of the day. So like I was saying earlier on, finished uni, I worked in retail for 7 years, and I don't know how I ended up spending that long working in retail because it was not fun. I have a video on my channel detailing what I went through while I was in that place of work, and I'm just going to refer back to that video. If you're working in retail, any at all that you are in, make sure you join the staff union. There's always a union. Maybe I think you probably pay a certain amount every month so that when you're having issues at work, if your employer not doing the right thing, you can always contact this union. So they will act as an advocate for you. So they kind of act in between you and your employer, like they listen to your own side of the story, but they are there for you. And if they realize that your employer is not doing the right thing, then they will step forward to solve the issue with your employer. So it's not you facing your employer yourself trying to sort everything. So even if you are in the engineering field, if you are in the baking field, whatever field you are, there's always a staff union or something. Make sure you join, make sure you become a member. Because by the time you can never tell when you will need them. The mistake I made with mine was that I thought, I'm an easygoing person. I get along with everybody. I'm not going to have issues, but I was wrong. I did have an issue. And by the time I went to them, it was late because I was not a full member with them. So that's that. And then again, I spent 7 years spent 7 years working in retail. After then, I decided, no, it's time to move on. And then I went into care. So into a care job. I've never worked a care job before. So before I worked a care job, I went into a training whereby I was able to learn basic skills of a care assistant. Like, okay, if you want to help somebody who's vulnerable, like an elder person who is frail, if you want to help them stand up, how you can help them feel, like basic things like that. I was able to learn that from that training. So that training was 12 weeks. And after then, I applied to a few places and I got a job. And I'll tell you that the first care home that I found a job in, I was there for, I think by the time I was there for the 5th week, I was starting to think, I actually love this. Hello, doctor. Welcome. Hello, Dr. Christmas. That's my able brother in Dubai. They are the ones spending all the Dubai money. Please give me a thumbs up there, my able doctor. So I worked in that care home for like 5 weeks. In the 5th week, I was like, I actually enjoy doing this. Like, you know what? When you see people who are old, like frail. No, I know we see people who are old every day out there, but when they are not able to do so many things for themselves anymore, when they can't even hold a spoon themselves, they are that frail that they can't do it on their own. That's why their families have kind of like placed them in the care home whereby they will get lots of love, lots of care given to them. So I wrote that I was, hi Benita, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Please give the host a thumbs up. I'm just sharing means of how I've been able to acquire some knowledge, and don't underestimate yourself. Don't say you're too young to do this. Don't say you're too old to do this. Live life as if there's no tomorrow. Like if there's anything you want to do, go for it. You might think you might not be able to achieve it, but it's not about starting, it's the end game. I think they said the race is not about starting, is how you end up at the end. I think that if I'm wrong, please correct me. So I said the work is not about starting, but it's what you achieve at the end of the day. So yeah, I was just discussing about me before I faced onto my becoming a student nurse. So I was in that care home and I just love spending time with the residents in the care home. And for the fact that they were elderly, I just love chatting with them. And I was speaking to my colleague that I really want to become a nurse, that I want to care for people in a professional way. That is, I know my boundaries, because when you're working in care, there are some things you cannot do. So I was like, yeah, I want to be able to do it professionally because I love it. Like, I really want to. She was like, yeah, you can do it. So she kind of like put me through, like, there's a certain course, go to any college, they do it and stuff like that. So that was how my nursing started. So like I said, I have a video on how I kind of like started my student nurse journey. So I applied to the college on the lowest level, which is level 6. And when I went for the interview, the lady was like, hi Kamisha, welcome. Thank you for attending. Please give me a like there. Please give me a like and invite your friends as well. So I applied and I went for the interview, and I remember the interviewer was asking me that you've studied at level 10 before, which is like you already have a degree in information technology, even though you don't have anything related to care experience. But for the fact that, your spoken English is good, you understand what I am saying, why do you want to start from a level 6? So I was like, well, I don't have enough experience of being a carer. So I thought starting at level 6 would give me a better standing or a better start. So she was like, she just has a few questions for me. So the questions are, if I ask her to report as a nurse 7 o'clock in a ward, will you be there? And I'm like, yeah, I will be there. If I ask you to go to so place at so time, will you be there? I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. As long as I know where I'm going, as long as I have an address and where I'm going, public transport can get me there. And then, because I was not driving then, I said, as long as public transport can get me there, why not? I'll go there now. So that was how I was able to go to that. So I kind of like went back to college to study that like an entry course that will allow me gain entry to university to study nursing. So trust me, people, that course was hard. That course was hard. 4 days a week. So the first semester we did 4 days a week, and then the second semester 2 days a week, and we spent 24 hours in an hospital ward. Yeah, to gain clinical experience, to gain like to watch how nurses treat their patients, what nurses do, like learn nursing skills. So, and normally a ward on the ward, nurses spend 12 hours a day on the ward. So yeah, so we spent 2 days at hospital learning how nurses do things. So we kind of like did that for I think it was for 12 weeks, for 3 months. That was how long we took. It was 2 days a week. So we did it for 12 weeks. It was hard. And I missed that. With that, we're writing essays, we were doing exams, and it was hard, I won't lie. So that course it was really hard, like really, really hard. So I'm glad I was able to pass it. And then after then I applied to uni. And yes, uni accepted me. So again, I went back to the first uni I had my degree first. I mean, the uni I had my first degree in information technology. That was the same uni I went back to. I went back to University of the West of Scotland again the second time because I know I was like, I know my way around the uni. I know my way around the campuses. I'll be fine. Like, my whole G uni welcomed me back. University of the West of Scotland, I'll keep praising that uni. So even though I applied to 2 universities, so University of West of Scotland was my first choice. And then Glasgow Caledonian University is also a good uni as well. I've heard like lots of people say good things about that uni, but I've actually got 4 Scottish friends who attend that uni. And before I chose where to go, and I got an offer, I got admission at both unis. So I was torn between where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Glasgow Caledonian University or do I want to go to University of the West of Scotland? I was not sure where to go. So, and I had like 4 friends who are attending Glasgow University. Glasgow University to where I live is about 10 minutes. On the public transport is about 10 minutes. If you drive, it's about 5 minutes. But University of West of Scotland, from where I live, if you drive, is about 30, 45 minutes. If you go on the public transport, it's an hour, 45 minutes. So I had 2 friends at University of West of Scotland who say, University of Scotland is the best. The only thing is that when you go on your clinical placement, you can be posted out far, to maybe outside Scotland or maybe to like Auburn, to Boots, like outside of Glasgow for your placement, whereby you can't, if you go there, you can't come home that same day. You probably be there during the week and then come home over the weekend. And I was like, that was like, I don't think I want to go to UWS there. UWS is the short form of University of West of Scotland because I've got kids. There's no way I'm going to be, what if I get sent to out of Glasgow for my placement? Who's going to look after my kids? I can't leave them. So, but then I was like weighing the options. And then Glasgow University, which is closer to me, all of their placements are within Glasgow. So I was like, oh, that's better. But the friends I had, they said, come, Wemi. They call me Wemi. I will advise you to choose University of the West of Scotland because University of the West of Scotland is more about the skills, like the physical skills, like your skills. That is what University of Scotland is about. They are hands-on with their skills. Like 100%, 70% is skills, and 30% is like your essays, your exams, and stuff like that. While Caledonia University is more about the books. Like you need to get your head stuck in the books. Like they do things like the book, essay, books, but 100%. Skills is about 45 and then the books is about 55% the entire time. So she was like, if she had the opportunity of transferring that, she wanted to transfer to the University of West of Scotland. So I think that kind of like just made it easier for me. I was like, no, I've studied at University of West of Scotland before and I'm better going back. So yeah, I accepted the offer to attend University of the West of Scotland. It's a 3-year course. First year is done and I'm currently in my second year now. And so far the journey is beautiful. Like it was hard when I started. I remember during the induction, I sat down in the hall and I was saying to myself, oh God, why am I doing this to myself again? The only thing about me is this, I don't enjoy essay writing at all. I hate essay writing. Like, obviously English is not my first language. Should I cover my face? English is not my first language. Yeah, I might speak it a little bit well, but when you're structuring, an essay, you need to write academically, like you are a professor. Hi, Vienna. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate this. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Please invite your friends along as well. And if all of you don't have me as your family member, do so before you leave. Oh, do so before you leave. I'm a beautiful sister. So you want to have me as a beautiful sister in your family. So essay writing is hard. Like I said, English is not my first language. I am a Yoruba girl. I am Nigerian. And Nigerian, English is not our first language. We are just trying. So when it comes to essay writing, I struggle a lot when it comes to structure, when it comes to paragraphs, whatever it is. I just detest essay writing. But give me an exam every week. I'm happy to study for an exam every week. So yeah, we're waiting to go back to uni, I think by October. And then we are practically going to be spending all of our lives on placement because due to the pandemic in the world, we were meant to go on a 2, 6 weeks and 7 weeks placement, but that was cancelled because of COVID. Nurses have like a guiding council. They call them Nursing and Midwifery Council. So they're like the guiding body, just like the triple SC for the carers. So nurses to have like a guiding body like that. So they always guide the nurses. If you are a nurse, they have like obligations towards the nurses as well. So if you're not ideal doing the right thing, you can get struck off from that file. So during the COVID thing, they had to pull out all the nursing students out of the ward because while we want to care for patients, they need to put into consideration our health as well. They don't want to expose us. So while in the midst of COVID, they had to take everyone of us. So now we are holding 13 weeks of placement from first year. So now I had a meeting with my personal tutor weeks ago, and she was like, yeah, those hours you're going to carry it over into your second year. So I'm looking at maybe 7 months of placement. Yeah, 7 months of placement, but I can't wait. We've spent that much time at home and it's time for us to kind of like get out there. So the essence of me sharing this story is to encourage you, like never underestimate yourself. See, before I went back to uni for this course, I was like, what? I just want to make money there. I don't want to go back to uni, but what? It was in my heart. I was really not enjoying working in retail anymore. I know when you're not enjoying something anymore, that's a sign for you to move on. That's a fact, and I need to let you guys know if you're doing something and you're not enjoying it anymore, and you're not happy doing it, you're not happy going there, you're not happy even contributing into it, it's a sign for you to get the hell out of there. Like move on, find something else. It might be place of work, it might be anything that's surrounding you, it might even be where you live, or it might even be the group of people you move with. If you're not happy being a part of that thing, that's just simple fact telling you that you need to move on. So don't underestimate yourself. Like even at times when I write an essay, at times like the last essay that I wrote, I was like, there's no way I'm going to pass this essay, that I'm going to fail it, that I'm not going to pass this essay, even though I hate it. But I put in all of my best effort, and I was able to pass the essay as well. Even though I already I knew I was like, no, I'm going to fail this essay, that I'm going to fail it. But it's good to kind of like underestimate yourself a bit, but then don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in it. Yeah, I mean, this life is, we have negative and we have the positivity, but we want to take hold of the positivity more than the negativity. I mean, there's nobody in this world who doesn't think negatively about themselves. I do once in a while, but I don't let it. I don't let it weigh me down. I don't let it take me away from the fact that the positivity should hold part of the most important things I want to do. So same thing goes with acquiring skills. Like I said, during the lockdown, I'm sure most of us on YouTube now, it was lockdown that made us YouTubers. If you agree with me, give me a like there, or give me a love heart there. It was this COVID thinking that everybody stay in your house, no movement. It was this COVID thing. I'm sure they are trying to let us know that we are capable of some things, even though it was hard. But this COVID pandemic lockdown made lots of us a YouTuber today. If you agree with me, give me a heart. Give me a heart in the comment section. Because even before I even started my channel, I was going to start way back in January. But I was like, I've got uni, I won't be able to cope. And then even now that I've only been here for how many weeks, filming videos, all I'm thinking is like, okay, I'm now a content creator. I need to start figuring what to record, what topic do I want to record, what content do I have. And at times I have a content creator freeze whereby for like a week I don't have any idea of what to record, So moving forward on my channel, I think I'll be doing almost a bit of everything. I won't be doing beauty that much because beauty, nobody has money to be buying makeup all the time. I don't want people out there to be buying makeup all the time. Maybe I might come back on one of these live and we might do makeup once in a while, but I won't be like, go and buy this makeup. No. Apart from the glossy, like I said, the glossy box that I have, I only use that. I get it as a treat for myself, like every once a month, and I only pay £11.75. If I were to be buying different makeup that they sell in the shops today, I'll be spending more than £11.75 a month. So yeah, so that's why I'm here. Like, no, never stop acquiring knowledge. Knowledge could be anything. It could be education, it could be skills, it could be handwork, it could be so many things. So many things could catch your interest. Like I was saying, I was able to learn how to edit videos. Like for the fact that I did my first video and I did that edit, I was super happy. Like me, I did a video. Hey, I was surprised at myself. And then I used the free version. So the free version will I'll use it for like a few weeks. But then I was confident that I'll be able to learn more, even though I'm still learning. I'm sure if you check some of my video, you still see some, some K-legs. You still see some errors. I'm still learning. But I was confident in myself that I'm going to keep learning. I decided to buy a full subscription of the software. I was able to buy a full subscription of the software because I know I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be learning day by day. And then again, guys, let us always look at the big platform, like people who are high on the platform. For example, Patricia Bright, she has a channel that says Patricia Bright. I think that's like lifestyle, and she has another platform called The Break. So I am always on that platform, The Break, because she talks about finances. She talks about how to like make money at home. She talks about several ways of acquiring skills. So in one of our videos, she gave a free subscription for Skills Share. I'm going to type that here. Skills Share. I'll leave it in the comment there. She gave a free subscription, a 3-month free subscription for the first 500 people or the first 1,000 people. And I've already come across that Skills Share. So it's like a online website where you learn how to, you watch videos that teaches you how to learn to use a certain software. You watch video about how to film. You watch a video, like lots of tutorials and classes on how to record videos, how to, so many things, but those things are not free. You have to pay for them. So for the fact that, I was watching one of our videos, that was how I was able to be one of the 1,000, one of the 500. So I was able to get that subscription for 3 months for free. In fact, the subscription is still on. So it was while I was on that website, Skillshare, that I was able to see a full lesson that was teaching me so many things that I don't know that I'm able to do on the software editing on the editing software that I bought. By the way, I'm using the Power Director software. That's the software I use to edit my videos. So on that website, Skillshare, I was able to find a full, I think was it 3 hours, but in different sections. I was able to find that lesson that taught me different ways I could use that software, like how to zoom a section in the video, like how to remove green background from any logo you're trying to use in your videos, how to fast forward videos, like if a video is about 10 minutes long and you're not talking in it and you want to make it go faster, they were like how to do those. And I was like, so I didn't realize I was able to do all of these things. And I think I'm going to start practicing them in some of my videos, because now some of my videos, like my cooking videos, are really, really long. And I'm starting to think that I don't necessarily have to talk doing the videos like the way I do, like I'm talking as I'm doing my cooking, but I've seen other videos whereby they don't talk at all. They just kind of fast forwarded what they were doing and then they do a voiceover. So from that website, I was able to find out how to do a voiceover, which means that when you are recording any of your videos, you don't have to talk. You might just bring out your camera and record a process of how you were cooking. So practically you'll be recording the video and you're not talking because you're just recording. But when you are now editing, then you can now do a voiceover, maybe do a voiceover on your phone with a voice recorder. And when you are now editing there, you can now input that audio that is just saying, okay, I'm now pouring the so into the report. So it makes the video shorter. So I'm thinking of starting to do a voiceover in my cooking videos rather than like recording and talking, because I recently recorded a meat pie video, and that video is 32 minutes long. And I'm not sure if I want to upload that video because it's really, really long. Like, so I'm thinking, should I just scrap that video? Because I already edited it, and the editing, I'm not so sure because my laptop kept slowing down, kept jumping. I'm doing something else and the voice is saying something else. So I might have to like go back to that. So let us let us go on those other people's platform. So for like I said, Patricia Bright, and you want to be on that platform, she calls it The Break. She talks about so many things on in terms of finances, in terms of skills, in terms of budgeting, in terms of how to save money. And what if I'm not doing essay work, if I'm not doing uni work, and I want to spend some little time, then I'm mostly spending most of my time on our page. So like I said, let us keep pushing forward. Don't get distracted. Don't say, oh, because of my age. Age is nothing. How there was this song, was he Aliyah that sang that age is nothing but numbers? Yeah, it's numbers. And who care about the numbers? The numbers is not giving you money. But if the body is willing, if the mind is willing, so why do you want to let that time goes by? What do you all say? Do you all agree with me? So there are so many things we can achieve. We should never stop acquiring knowledge. Don't underestimate yourself. It's easier said than done. I still underestimate myself once in a while. Like, say for instance, my hair extension business, I've been into like hair extension and wigs for the past 3 years. And I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm into the hair extension business now. What can I do? And I have this big sister. We attend the same church together. She was like, no, during the lockdown, she was just like, no, you are good at this hair. You do this, you do that. Why don't you just set up your website? Get this done. Don't wait. Yeah, you might not get sales for the first year. You might not get sales for the first 6 months. You might not even get a customer on your website for a year. Don't let that discourage you. But because you've been doing it for the past 3 years, you love it. Why don't you just put it out there? Because that's why when you're in a business, you need to add other things that will make your business grow. So according to what, you're like, get a website up and running. By the time that website will start bringing you customers, you won't know. And website has advantages when it comes to business. Like when you're sleeping, other parts of the world are awake. If you do use the right marketing, your website might be out there. They might know about your product. So while you're sleeping, your website is generating income for you because people are on your website, they are shopping. So I was like, that's not a bad idea, which was why, during the lockdown, I kind of like went in with like, getting a website for my hair extension business, So never stop achieving things. Don't underestimate yourself. Like now, I was saying to this, like, since I started my business, I've only had one sale on that website. And am I disappointed? No. There are times, and some of us will even find it cheaper than any other place. So, am I disappointed in having just one sale so far? No, I'm not disappointed at all, because I know it's a starting process for me. Like I said, and I agree with that sister. Like the first 6 months, you might not even get anybody to buy hair from your website. 1 year, you might not even get anybody to buy from your hair website. But as long as the website is running, you have all your hair business, all your hair deals on the website. By the time it starts booming, by the time it starts bringing sales for you, you won't believe it. It might be a year and a half from here. It might be 2 years from now, but you've actually set the ball in motion. At one point, even before I got that first sale, I've only set the website up. It's been maybe 2 months old now that I've set up the website. And in that 2 months, I've only got one sale, which to me is a big deal, like a huge success. Like in 2 months I set up my website, I already had one sale. And I'm quite happy. But when it comes to my wig making, I've had multiple sales of wig making because that's like a custom wig unit. People will contact me directly say, what, I want you to make me a wig. I will send you my own hair. Yes, I can make you a wig. If you don't want to buy hair extensions from me, no problem. You can contact me. I'll make your wig for you. All I need from you is how to make sure your hair extensions get to me. All I need is your measurements. It depends if it's a lace closure wig and if it's a lace frontal hair. All I need is your measurement, and then I'll send you how you're going to pay me for my services. So I've had more sales on wigs as compared to extension on my website. So never underestimate yourself. Don't think because if you start something, you're not going to make it. Just start. Don't wait till somebody give you a push. Yeah, we all need that push once in a while. We all need that push once in a while. So don't wait until when others are ahead of you and you are sitting and saying, "Oh, if I had known." You don't want if I had known to be a case. You don't want if I had known to be something that you're like, "Oh, if I had known, I should have done it." No, you are alive, you are strong, you have the energy, you have the zeal. So get that house up and do it. And I'm talking to myself as well because there are times things get too overwhelming for me and I just shut off entirely. It's good if you think it's getting too much for you. You're allowed to take a break. You're allowed to take. Sorry, guys, I'm thirsty. This hot chocolate is actually cold chocolate now. You're allowed to take a break. I mean, my Instagram page? I've not posted as much as I would normally do because it was quite overwhelming for me. So for like 3 days, I did not post. I've got 3 Instagram website pages. I've got one which is that mom of 5. That's where I kind of like share. If I've just uploaded a new video, I'll share that there. I have had a deal with a jewelry brand who contacted me that they sent me free jewelry, and I was able to just wear that jewelry and post a picture of that jewelry, and I tagged the company saying, okay, this is the company that bought. So I kind of like share a picture of when I'm a bit dressed. Maybe now that I'm a bit dressed, you might see this picture of me on Instagram. So I've got one and I've got another one which is called That Keto Mom of 5. Like so you all know, I'm sure you've watched my get to know me video where I spoke about me being on the keto diet. So that is on the keto diet, that's how I maintain physique. And keto diet is not just for weight loss alone. Keto diet is for maintaining. Keto diet helps heals in a lot of way. Like I've seen stories of how keto diet reversed enlarged heart. I've seen how keto diet reversed fatty liver disease. I've seen how keto diet people whose blood pressure. I've seen how keto diet reversed fatty liver disease. I've seen how keto diet people whose blood pressure high, how it was able to heal their blood. I mean, how it was able to regulate their blood pressure. I've seen so many helps heals the body. So I'm on a keto diet myself. There are sometimes that I slack. Maybe this, I remember I was a few weeks ago. It was yummy, it was delicious. And I was like, no, I've not had this meat pie in a lot of months. I'm just gonna have it. I'm allowed because the only thing is if you eat something that you're not allowed to eat on the keto, you're allowed to fall once in a while, but know that once you eat what you are not allowed, remember to snap back to what you're supposed to be eating. So let's say I've had meat pie now today. So tomorrow I'm back to like maybe that 3 days zero carb. So I might not eat anything that has lots of carb in it for the next 3 days or the next 2 days. Or I might do intermittent fasting. Maybe my last meal for today might be at 6 p.m., then I won't eat anything till 1 o'clock the following day, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. the following day. So that's me fasted 18 hours. So that way you're able to kind of like give your body time to consume or break down that carbohydrate fix you had. So yeah, keto diet, I don't eat rice, I don't drink coke, I don't drink alcohol, I don't eat bread, I don't eat swallow, I don't eat eba. The only swallow I eat is keto swallow, which I sell. And I've left that information in one of my videos, and I'll be leaving it somewhere as well on this live stream. So I eat keto swallow, which is made up of eggplants and garden egg, and I eat cabbage swallow. Like if I feel like eating my old Nigerian meals, yes, I eat stuff like that, and I eat lots of vegetables like eforido. I shared the recipe on my channel. Those are the kind of soup that I eat a lot. I mean, once I step out now, you think I'm a 16-year-old girl. You think I'm a 16-year-old girl, but meanwhile, I am not a 16-year-old girl. I am a mom of 5 children, 5 pekin. So yeah, I mean, I just thought I should come in here because this is my first live stream ever. Guys, let me know how am I doing. It seems as if I'm just babbling like jabbing away. This is my first live stream so far, and I don't know how good this is going to be or how long I'm meant to stay on for. But I think I'll probably be very difficult for me and very busy for me because I mean the kids go to school and I have to do some uni work as well. And like I said, I've got an essay that I'm meant to be writing now, and I think that essay is due in November, but by now I should have finished that essay, but I'm just halfway through it because I don't like writing an essay and leaving it till the last minute, and then you are struggling and then you're just jumping, like dumping everything in it, and it's not making sense at all. So yeah, guys, how are we all doing? How has YouTube? I mean, YouTube has treated me great. Like on this platform, I've met lots of great people. I've met loads of great people and they've welcomed me with open arms. I'm really, really appreciative of you guys. I want to say thank you. Thank you so, so, so much. Like, I never knew I could have such welcome. Even I've joined other forums on Facebook. Like, they were so, I mean, lots of you are quite helpful. Even though there are lots of things that I did not know about YouTube, but having met these people, they've been able to point me in the right direction. Like, even this live stream, one of them advised, like, do a live stream. And I'm like, okay, if I do a live stream, what am I supposed to be saying? Is it possible for me to just put this on and then nothing is there? I mean, somebody has to be here, chatting people up. They were like, should we schedule another one for maybe midweek or for the weekend? I'll probably be putting an invite out if I feel I'm ready for another one. Like I said, this is my first live stream. Guys, let me know how I'm doing. And then how long is it meant to be for? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I just thought I'll come in here this afternoon to kind of like, encourage you guys that, never stop learning. Yeah, I mean, for the fact that we are still alive, we have the chance, we have the opportunity to do loads of things, like do loads of things. Never underestimate yourself. Never ever underestimate yourself. If there's anything you love doing, if there's any skills, you might not even think it's a skill. You might not even think you have that skill, but it could be anything that you do perfectly well. It could be cooking. It could be catering for maybe a group of 7 people. That's the skills. That is knowledge, and you can earn a living from it. It's from one of all these online content creators that I watched. That there's several ways to becoming as a millionaire. A millionaire does not have one source of income. I mean, a true millionaire will have multiple means of income. Let's say, for example, Dangote. I'm sure Dangote has loads of multiple income. All of the millionaires, all of the tycoons in Africa, none of them is sitting on just one source of income. So if they don't have 2 heads, just like Tenny said that Adeleke, or who was that person she called that? So person does not have 2 heads. So if so person can achieve that, we can achieve it also. Yeah, just because they are far ahead. Yeah, so we should not underestimate ourselves at all and never stop acquiring knowledge. See, for me now, I'm already thinking in my head, there's something else I want to learn how to do. I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you. There's something else I want to learn how to do. Yeah, I'm right here, but I think the best place to the best place to do that will be in Africa. Maybe I should just say it. I want to learn how to go into property development. Yeah. Like while I'm here in Glasgow, I want to go into like property development or something. I might not be the engineer buying all the sands, but I want to go into something like that. I want to learn how it's being done, like maybe being property marketing or something. So I'm considering that I've been, like me, obviously I'm still learning, I'm still at uni, but I felt, the kind of person I am, I don't like being slowed down. I don't like just focusing on just one thing at a time. I don't know if that is a good thing or if that's a bad thing, but yeah, I like doing multiple things. I like getting involved in multiple things. I just don't like I don't like getting fixated on one thing at a time. No, I want to be like maybe three things at a time as long as I'm able to handle it. Yeah, I want to be able to handle it. So yeah, I've got lots of things in my head. Even right now, like I said, I want to invest in a sewing machine, like a proper sewing machine. Face masks is still a lot of like face masks is making a lot of money out there. It's not too late. If you can sew, if you know how to operate a sewing machine, you should be in the business of making face masks. I mean, if you go onto Adidas website, three Adidas face masks cost £12.99. And if you go to all these shops, like maybe if you go to Orbit Crafts, they sell all these quarterbacks. They're like fabrics. So that fabric, if you measure and cut properly, you make 7 face masks out of it. And how much do they sell that quarterbacks? I think the quarterbacks, I can't remember the measurement. They are less than £3. So a less than £3 quarterback face mask out of that. So if you sell that face mask for £3 or £4, let's say £3.50 each, or even more than that because it's reusable, they can wash it. I mean, if you sell that for £3 and you only got that material for £3, and out of a £3 material, you were able to make 7 face masks and you're able to sell them at £3.50. Calculate how much interest or gain you've made from that. So if you know how to sew, like press the machine, that is another skills, another knowledge of how you can use that as another choice of multiple income. For me, I want to invest in a sewing machine. I've been trying to look for sewing machine everywhere. They are all sold out. So you see, everybody is now a tailor. We are all becoming seamstress and male tailors. So yeah, I mean, guys, yeah, have you got any suggestions? Like, what are the things you're trying to do or what are the things you're struggling with? This is a small community. And those of you who have been on this platform for a very long time, I'm sure you all know how things work. Please feel free to send me a message on how or what I'm supposed to know that I don't know. But again, I mean, I don't want to keep you all here for a long time. You've been here. I mean, I talk too much. That is a skill, I could be a presenter. I could be a presenter. I've been talking non-stop for an hour. I could be a TV presenter. Maybe I should go and look for a talk show. What do you guys think? Should we start a talk show platform on Facebook, on YouTube? Should we start a talk show? I'm really, really feeling this air, honestly. Like, I was going to do the knotless braid because I thought it was going to be quicker, but my hairdresser was like, no, it looks beautiful, but it's not going to last long. It's not going to last long. So this took 5 hours. If I were to do it on my own at home, I'll probably spend a day or two doing it. But I just felt, no, I just want to treat myself. I want to look pretty. So I'm going to go to a salon. And she's been making my hair for a couple of years now. And I love her. She's quite good. So guys, what do you say? I don't know how long we should do this for. Like, I've run out of what to say now. I've run out of what to say now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Or whereabouts in the world are you all? I think I definitely know where First Family is. We are in the same city. I don't know. I'm a comfort zone. What city are you in? What part of the world are you in? Blessing, what part of the world are you in? My Dubai doctor. I know you are making all the money in Dubai, so I know where you are. Like, yeah, Benita, where is Benita residing? What part of the world are you? And Kamisha, yeah, I know where Kamisha is. I know where Kamisha is. And Vienna, whereabouts are you, Vienna? Like I said, I'm a Nigerian based in Glaswegian. I'm a Nigerian Glaswegian based in Scotland, precisely in the city of Glasgow. Glasgow is beautiful. Glasgow makes people. People of Glasgow, people make Glasgow. And like I said at the beginning of this stream, Glasgow invest in its people. So if there's anything you're good at, you will succeed in Scotland. you will definitely succeed in Scotland. So yeah, I wish I could play some music now, but I don't want any issue, any I don't want any copyright issue. I just want to grab something. I don't want any copyright issue because after that first experience of my copyright issue on one of my videos, I've been like I've been trading very very softly because I don't want them to be struck off because I heard that if you've had multiple strikes or something on Facebook that you run the chance of losing your channel. So yeah, so like I said, never stop learning. An opportunity comes only but once. So if there's anything you want to do, like even if you don't even know how to start, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask people. I mean, they are not going to bite you, going to hit you raw. The worst they could do is say no. But then never stop. I mean, as long as we are alive, the learning phase never stops. Like acquiring knowledge is like an ongoing thing until God says, "Here come my servants, welcome home." But as long as we're still breathing, as long as we're still alive, yeah, keep pushing, just as I am pushing right now, just as I am pushing right now. So yeah, um, I've run out of what to say now, guys. If there's anything you want me to say or you want me to share, please leave it in the comment section, or maybe we should call it a day now. I know I've seen people on live stream 10 hours. How do they do 10 hours? How do they do 10 hours? I don't know. How? Maybe I might probably leave mine to run till, if I'm tired of talking, I'll probably just leave it to run for another 1 hour. So at least I spend a bit of time. I've only been here for an hour. Even though I'm still expecting some people, I don't know why they are not here. They will have made this live stream a funny one, a fun and engaging one, but I can't seem to find any of them here. I can't seem to find any of them here. I'm just checking those who are there. Right. Those of you who are my seniors on YouTube, how has YouTube been treating you? How have you been coping? Like uploading? How do you come up with content ideas? How do you come up with content ideas? I'm still hoping people will meet us in here. I'm hoping, even though I said it was 5 o'clock, I think I was about 20 minutes early. So it's better to be early. What do you all think? What do you all think? Thank you for those of you who have been here. Thank you for those who have um, given me a thumbs up. I really appreciate. And thanks to those of you who are still watching me. I said thank you. I appreciate you. I don't take this for granted at all. Thank you. And yes, if you've been, if you have been able to activate the community on your channel, please feel free to shout out your sister, your friend. Feel free to let the world know that I am here, that there's a newbie on the forum. How are the others? Welcome, welcome. Who is just joining us? Thank you to all of you who are in here. If I'm not a member of your family yet, please feel free to invite me. Feel free to invite me and I'll be happy to join your family. I'll be happy to join your family on the platform. Thank you, Kamisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I mean, I was just saying earlier on that I don't know how I don't know how people sit here for hours. I've only been here an hour and I feel like lying on my bed already. I feel like lying on my bed already and I feel I've been talking quite a lot. Like I've been talking non-stop for an hour. Um, I'm just gonna wait for another couple of maybe for another half an hour, and if nobody else joins up, we probably need to call it a day. I mean, this is my first time, so I probably need to learn how to a period or to do a longer session. Thank you for those who are still here. I really do appreciate yous. And have you guys, I mean, it's that moisturizer. I went online to check how much it costs. It costs £100. Like that time, really, really good. Shit quickly because obviously I don't think that box is really, really good. Like I said in that video, that if you really want to try it, I have a video where you can save some money as well. So I mean, it's really good. This month, I have no regrets at all, and I'm actually looking forward to the Christmas Advent box. I already pre-ordered that. With I've decided any spoilers because there are some big YouTubers who have been like, so I've been avoiding watching any of those videos because I want to open my own on if something. So I um, I went read what I typed. It's I'm going back editing them now. I appreciate really appreciate the use. If and once I finish on the LS, I will be. I've just kind of believing as long as you're alive, you are capable of pushing and getting what you want. It might seem like a far journey, it might seem like a difficult journey, but if you set your heart to it, you will exceed, you will succeed. I mean, I remember there's a lady on this platform. She's called CCM. She's a Nigerian food blogger. No, she doesn't blog food alone. I mean, she does all that as well. I remember chatting with her sometimes years ago on lovely to watch you and your family on YouTube, and they're like, YouTube? That I don't think so. That I don't even know how YouTube works. That how am I going to get you? And I think this was 3 or 4 years ago when I had that chat with her. I mean, you can imagine if I'd actually listened, and but I was like, no, that was because I underestimated camera. So your girl needs to start saving up to buy one. And again, guys, what kind of camera do you guys use? Because I've been looking like even though I don't have money, but even though I don't have the money for the product yet, but I've been looking around. I've been looking at the Canon M50, the Canon EOS M50, and I've been looking at the Canon 250 as well. Okay, these cameras are there. What kind of lens is better for a beginner? Like, I just want to point my camera and record. But I would love a camera that has the flip that will help me see myself when I'm recording, because I'm not sure which one to get. I've seen especially those two, and I think shop or look for a camera with a certain lens. So yeah, kind of like I'm hoping if I'm able to save enough. And my guys, let me know what kind of camera do you guys use. I currently film on my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and that phone, when I'm filming with it, is hot. Like it's as if there's a chimney at the bottom of it, because I have lots of stuff saved on it. Like I have lots of files saved on it. Like I've got uni files, like PDFs that you use your S10. How are you finding the storage? Because I find that when I record about video, I start getting this blinking light telling me that I've got like maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes left. So I have to kind of like delete some stuff. And I know we all love taking selfies S10 as well, but I just find that once I record about 2 videos on it, it starts saying that my storage space is low. It starts saying that my storage space is low, and I have tried it's only a 36 gig. I think I have a 36 gig. So when I'm kind of pictures, I have pictures that dates to like 4 or 5 years ago. They are beautiful pictures, like of occasion, of my kids, of myself, and I don't want to do away with those pictures. So I'm thinking. So I got a 36 gig memory card, but I find that by the time I now have all of those pictures on that memory card, but I find that when I try to move the video into the memory card, it's saying there's not enough space. This gig is too small. So I recently purchased an external hard drive. I recently bought it. So I'm thinking of like everything on my Samsung phone. I'm thinking of moving everything. And in fact, last night I moved my editing software. I moved the driver set because I find that I'm using an HP laptop when I am editing, because the editing software was installed on my laptop. Where I find that when I'm editing on my laptop suddenly goes slow, or while I'm editing, the video is kind of like late, or the video is kind of like moving forward, but the voice is a bit slow. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. Like when you, for instance, you're watching a video on slow motion, but the voice is kind of like trying to catch up with the video. Moved my editing software onto this onto this external hard drive. So I'm thinking of like every files on my phone. I'm thinking of putting this on my of a ring light and two soft boxes. So yeah, but I'm actually looking to invest in a camera because I want to try and shoot some um haul videos, like clothing hauls. So that's that like my last do like all that videos, all of that files. I've got them on this pound something. Yeah, it's the cheapest so far that I was able to find. Cheapest hard drive that I was able to find with that size, 2 terabytes. And the brand is so yeah, that's my yeah, so yeah, that's my yeah, so guys, leave me recommend me new easy guide mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth control, 60 FPS Full HD video recording, and £550. Originally, it cost £129, but it's actually on sale, so saving £179. So it's so window shopping. So yeah, guys. So